Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and welcome to my channel. I'm here to provide you the best crypto content that I can, including chart TA, news, and on-chain analytics. And we're going to start first with our Bitcoin chart. So, Bitcoin has done a lot lately. It's been very volatile. So I recently put up this symmetrical triangle here, which shows both higher lows and lower highs as a means to sort of visualize Bitcoin narrowing and consolidating. So it's just basically been going sideways this whole time. So the upper trend line here has been broken. So what that means is this symmetrical triangle pattern has been broken. One thing I want to do here, though, is I'm going to just get rid of this, and I'm going to put in another consolidation line here. So we still have the same kind of consolidation pattern going because in a long term, Bitcoin is still moving sideways. It's just moving sideways outside of the previous boundaries, but I can very easily draw lines and that connect all of the highest points of this symmetrical triangle here. This symmetrical triangle, some people call it a symmetrical pennant. But what it means is that in the long term, with at least within the last 2 or 3 weeks, we've seen it just go sideways, and it's just continued to go sideways. I don't see that changing for the time being. In order to break this pattern of going sideways, it would definitely need to push above resistance here, this resistance line at about 21,800, and then push past about 23,000, and then you'd see some sort of a trend reversal, and then we can start talking about being bearish or bullish, excuse me. So when we take a look at the RSI, we have RSI of 56. That's still kind of high at the moment. So what happened today was you had first the futures that came out last night. The NASDAQ futures came out last night, and it caused the price to rise because Bitcoin moves with the NASDAQ price. So it went up, and then as soon as we came in this morning, the futures fell, and the market opened and fell. So Bitcoin fell at about this point or so, and then it quickly reversed all the way back up again. It's been kind of a crazy stock day, and I actually did go and buy dip here. I got an order off at about 19,370 at about this point here, because I saw that the chart was being heavily oversold, right? So I looked at here. One thing you can check with the RSI is that the RSI was reading about 36. So I decided to just come in here at about 19,370, make a quick buy here, small buy. Again, not financial advice, but I like the price action from here, and I'm a long-term holder. So I did do a little buy today for Bitcoin. So I expect this is going to go sideways, and I expect it's going to continue to follow the NASDAQ. So when the NASDAQ's up, it's going to be up. When the NASDAQ's down, it's going to be down. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. So let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum is still trading in this range that I outlined earlier. It looks like it's making higher lows, which is good, but also making lower highs. So the range is narrowing quite a bit. And right now it has resistance at about 1,170, around that range, and then support down here at 1,075. And Ethereum's going to follow Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's going to follow the NASDAQ. So it's just, for now, it's going to trade sideways. And I don't see this changing anytime soon, but if it does, I will be giving you updates on my Twitter account. Please follow me on Twitter if you want to see those updates. And then I have one more thing to show you. So with the Bitcoin price, I want to show you on the depth chart here. One thing that I like to look at is bids versus asks. So the bids are the buyers, asks are the sellers. Buyers right now, total value of this is $570 million, which is more than the asks, which is $519 million. So right now we can kind of see that the buyers have control of the market. So in this case, I would say that the buyers are going to be pushing the prices up, and it's probably going to be sideways for the most part, with a little bit of consolidation and a little bit more upwards action on Bitcoin. So just kind of what we've seen. See, we have higher lows, but also lower highs as well. one thing you guys can just do is just come over here and take a look at the Bitcoin depth chart and just see, well, what's the total bids versus the total asks, and it can give you a feeling for how the market is right now. All right, so let's talk about news. First, I want to report on this story, which gives attention to the fact that Ethereum transaction fees have dipped to the lowest rate since December 2020. So this is not surprising at all, because Bitcoin and Ethereum and the rest of crypto market have been falling drastically. And so both the price of the fees have gone down, and some of the activity on the Ethereum network has also gone down. So that's another silver lining here to the bear market, is if you want to do anything on the Ethereum network, buy NFTs or use one of the bridges, or if you want to move Ether around, well, these transaction fees have been very low, very low. In fact, now is the time. If you want to move something in Ethereum, now is the time. And many people have actually have moved away from Ethereum because of such high fees. But right now, they are incredibly low. Next, this website, payments.com, recently did a survey of merchants, and they said 85% of merchants are interested in accepting crypto to gain new customers. And that's consistent with some of the reports that I've seen in the past. But they have a survey of 2,334 consumers and 200 merchants. And what they found is that 85% of merchants say the ability to gain new customers is a reason for their interest in accepting crypto at checkout. And 82% say the same about the ability to eliminate the middleman. So again, very positive for crypto and crypto adoption. We have rates of 80 plus, essentially, on the merchants that want to accept crypto. Good sign. Next, rising energy costs and plummeting crypto prices mean public Bitcoin miners are fighting to survive. This is something we've talked about quite a bit on this channel. We've talked about how much miners have been struggling. Miners continue to struggle, and miners have a difficulty, especially below this $20,000 threshold, in maintaining profitability. So you expect that they're going to be selling, and oftentimes selling at a loss during these bear markets, causing a huge amount of selling pressure on Bitcoin. So in addition to that, you also have rising energy prices. So the whole idea with the rising energy prices is that we have kind of an energy crunch right now, both in the United States and in Europe, and rising energy prices across the board also affect electricity to a certain degree. So as these energy prices basically soar, the miners have a harder and harder time staying profitable. So that's something I've been watching out for. Okay. In addition, I want to cover this story here on Cointelegraph, where they basically point out that Bitcoin exchange outflows surge. And the reason? Because the investors are realizing that you need to take your Bitcoin or your cryptocurrency off the exchanges. And if you don't do that, they could potentially be at risk. So this is something I've talked about a lot, and something we've seen about with some crypto firms, especially like with Celsius and other centralized finance platforms that prevent you from withdrawing your crypto off the platform. And this kind of panic is also driving people to pull all of their money off the exchanges as well. So with Voyager, that was another exchange that also halted withdrawals. So now users are starting to get wise to that. They're pulling their money off the crypto exchanges, and that's a smart move. But basically what they're saying here is that the outflows from exchanges at June of 2022 has been basically the highest since 2011. So that's what they're trying to say here. All right, that's all I've got for you today. If you like this content, please send me a comment, a like. I would appreciate a subscribe on the YouTube channel or a follow on Twitter. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.